Hello people of the internet. So this is, I've never done one of these before. I've never done what I coloured in insert month videos before because I don't usually colour much. I sometimes colour a lot and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I don't have the time. The only time I've ever shown the things that I coloured was when I come back from holiday and I'd done quite a bit of colouring and I did a what I coloured on holiday video. I don't know where it comes. I'm just going to do that. And the reason why I'm doing this video for December, what I coloured in December, is because I coloured quite a lot for me. Not as much as I thought that I was going to colour, because I optimistically, before Christmas, said that I actually bought this book to do, because it's got 25 mandalas in it, and I said that I was going to do it for my Advent colouring, that I was going to do one colouring a day in it. Now I love mandalas. I love mandalas, and I love nothing more than sitting down with some gel pens, some nice music or a podcast in the background and opening a mandala and gently colouring it in and just whiling away a couple of hours, all nice and soothing. It's like mindful practice. It's lovely. Do it on a Sunday, you know, when there's nothing pressing to do, you haven't got to go to work, you haven't got to cook dinner, you haven't got to clean your house for guests coming, Christmas isn't coming. Yeah, I kind of forgot that, didn't I? I forgot that when I do a mandala, it's in a nice, relaxed way. And I really thought that I was going to be able to sit down every day leading up to Christmas. When I had guests staying, I had guests staying 3 times. My uncle and my aunt came for a week, 2 nights effectively. Then they went home, and then my mum and my brother came for 3 nights, and then my other brother and his family came for a night on top of that. So I had all that happening in between, you know, changing beds, you know, cleaning the house in between, and working. I was working full time. Well, I was still working full time, but I was working full time. I had 3 big projects on the go, and of course on top of that was Christmas. And I really thought that every day I was going to be able to open this book, choose a mandala, and just sit there and soothe away 2 hours. I barely had time to. What did I barely have time to do? I barely had time to, I was going to say fart, over in December. The first day of Advent, December the 1st, I opened this book and I went live after work. I think I was live for an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, I can't remember exactly. And I just remember thinking, this is such a mistake, there is no way. I thought these would just be easier to do, quicker to do. But I'm quite sort of, fastidious is not the right word. You know, when you sort of like, you want to make sure it's exactly right. And I took this down after the video and finished and carried on probably for another hour to get it finished. And then the next night, so this is the first, but I might as well just launch straight into it. This is the first page that I did in December. And then the next day was going to be this one. I was like, oh my word, that is way too detailed. I'm never going to get that one done. So I chose an easy one for day 2. I chose this one, and I actually woke up early in the morning to colour for an hour before I logged into work to try and get this done. And I still had to then finish it after work as well. So basically they were taking me a couple of hours each to do. They are quite, you know, detailed, I suppose. They've got little whirly bits. So let me just show you the ones that I did actually complete in here before I gave up. Now, there were quite a few people who joined in with me. All those people who joined in the hashtag to do this, which was, the hashtag was Colourmas. I'll put it here on the screen. All the people who joined in with me, I'm going to link their channels down below. But there was also some people who joined in with me on Instagram. And what I'm going to do at the end of this video, I'm going to show the images that they did, because at least 2 people, and I haven't checked lately to see if there was anyone else, completed the book. Way to go. Now, 2 of those people that I know of is Nicole from Nicole's Happy Place, link down below, and Cross Stitch Button, who did used to have a cross-stitch channel. She still has a channel, but she's taken all her cross-stitch stuff down. But she does colouring. She joins in the Colour and Connect on Saturdays, the live stream with us. She also finished this book. So at the end of this, I'm going to do like a slideshow of their images. So Nicole's images and cross-stitch buttons images, and also other people who joined in, because I know that Caitlin joined in and Audrey joined in and so many other people joined in as well. So I'm going to do a little slideshow showing you how many people did it better than me. So yeah, so there's one that I did, there's the second one that I did, there's another one that I did, and I did a mix on these pages of glitter pens and alcohol markers. Actually, I can still smell the alcohol markers on that page. It's strange, isn't it? I think there's one more. There may be two more. There we go. That one. The reindeer with the glitter belly and the glitter snowflakes around the edge. I actually, when I look back at these, I did enjoy doing them all. It was at the beginning of, I mean, I was a day behind on day 3, I think. No, I was a day behind on day 4, definitely. So that was all the ones I did in that one. And then I got sent this, and I'm trying to think, did I? No, I already had this one. Let's do this one first. I already had this book, and I did a couple of colourings in this one. And this is the first one that I did. And I just feel like, when I did the reef first, and the reef looked really nice. And once you add everything else, you can barely see the reef. It literally is just a mass of colours. This could just be patterns. You can't really see that there's a reef on a window with lights around it. So the next one that I did, I toned down the colours a little bit. These colours around the edge here, I've used a dark green, a medium green and a light green. They were supposed to be 6, I think, is yellow. Yeah, that's supposed to be a yellow background. That's supposed to be a light blue background. That is supposed to be a green background. But I toned it all down a little bit so that you can actually see what's going on. So the grey fireplace and the pink and purple wallpaper. I think sometimes with these colour by numbers, the artist, this is a Sash in Sash Diva stained glass Christmas colour by number ones. The artists have a tendency just to want to use every colour. They will squeeze in every single colour. And so you end up losing the sort of definition of what's on the page. So I did 2 in there, and I was intending to do more in there, but then someone sent me this. And I've seen this book and fancied it, but I never bought it before I went on my no spend. And then Audrey showed it in Colour and Connect, that she'd done a picture in it. I was like, oh, I so want that. And some kindly person sent it to me as a gift, which was lovely. So let's see what I've done in this. I did this Christmas tree. Now I posted this picture of this Christmas tree on Instagram, and I'll put a picture here actually of what it came out like, because it was very oddly coloured. There was a lot of yellow in it, and there was some orange in it, and you couldn't really see that it was a tree. And also some of this ribbon was peachy coloured. So I did it the original colours, and then I went over some of the colours to change it a little bit. So I went over the yellows with a blue, I think it was these bits here, to make them a dark green, and I went over some of the other colours with a just to make it more green, and I also went over the peach with I think I went over it with a purpley pinky colour just to make it, I don't know, a bit more cohesive, not so that it looks like all the colours in the world have been thrown at it. So I did that one. Then I did this one, which was the ice skating couple, which didn't come out too bad. At least I think they're ice skating, or they're walking on water. Then this one, which was the one we did on the live stream, my buddy colour. I did it with Audrey. It took us ages to work out what was actually going on. We thought it was a reindeer coming out of a cracker before we realised that it was just a reindeer with a wreath around his neck. This is my favourite one. I really, really like this one. I really like how it come out. I like the colours. I'd started to tailoring the colours that I used. So whereas 19 is supposed to be pink, I've used a really muted pink to sort of, because it would have looked a bit odd to have the bird, which looks so nice, to be such, you know, bright pink colours. And I've changed the green that I use to make it more of a bluey green. And I've started doing that now with these. When I sort of look what the pictures are, and then I go, okay, I'm going to use slightly modified colours. So I really like the way that one came out. This one is two little donkeys in a stable with... I have to explain to you what it is because it takes me ages to work out what they are. So I think I might as well tell you, because at first I thought, why is there a chimney floating in the sky? And then I realised this is supposed to be snow on the roof of the stable with the donkeys in it. So, yeah, two little donkeys and some birdies. And then the cute little doggy with his paw at the window wanting to go out. Let me out. And then various baubles and presents around him. One of the things that I don't like about these books is the black smears. If you go over the black line at all, because sometimes when it's a chunk like that I just want to go colour the whole lot. But the black smears, with alcohol markers anyway, these are all alcohol markers. Then there's little doggy and a ginger cat sitting by the fire. Again, this is one of the ones that I modify this one slightly, a little bit I think, just to sort of tie in. I mean, they're busy enough as it is, so I don't want to make them too busy. This one, I did the two gingerbread men. I think I did him terracotta rather than brown, or her terracotta rather than brown. Oh yeah, this is one of the ones where I drawed some of the lines in as well. This was supposed to be all pink, this bit under his armpit, which would have made the shape of the heart totally wrong. So I drew that line in and then coloured the green underneath his arm, her arm, and then pink there. So the shape of the heart is now correct. There was another one that I did that with. Oh, the Christmas tree here. This part of the Christmas tree was all brown, which sort of was wrong, because it was you can see the window line going across there, you know, the line of the frame of the windows. Certainly shouldn't go up there, which it did. It was brown, so I've drawn the line in there and sort of made that bit pink. So I've sort of started all altering the pictures. Crazy stuff. I think that's the last one I did, yeah. So I think I did 6, or is it 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8 out of this book, 2 out of this book, which is 10, and then 4 out of this book, which is 14. And that was all. I'm just trying to look around to see whether there's anything else I coloured over Christmas. I did start a mandala, but I didn't get anywhere near finished, so I'm not gonna bother to show that. So 14 pages for me in December, I think is quite good. I know they're simple ones, they're not pencil ones, they're not detailed, shaded, fancy, whatever. And I know other people do so many more. But like I say, I work full time. Colouring is... I'm lucky if I get to colour on a Sunday. I've got a little setup downstairs that I'm using at the moment, which is like a little fold-up table with a little slope on it. And when we're sort of half watching a film, well, my husband's watching a film and I'm half watching a film, I do a bit of colouring then. But yeah, I mean, I really don't need any more colouring books because I have a lovely selection and it's going to take me years to colour them. So that's actually the next video I'm going to make, which is all about my my goals for 2022. Goals is not the right word because I don't really set goals to do with colouring. My plans for 2022, and my no spend update, and my spending plans for the next year coming. So thanks very much for watching, if you did watch. Well, I guess you won't be listening to this bit if you weren't watching. Thanks very much for watching and take care, everyone. Happy New Year. Bye.